Hey there, Michael Griffiths here, founder of Referral Marketing Guru. I hope you have a fantastic week and welcome to this week's Get More Referrals Today podcast. The Get More Referrals Today podcast, if this is the first time you're listening, welcome. It's pretty simple. We look at how do you get to grow your business? How do you get more referrals? How do you get to enroll more clients? How do you get to grow your business? And most importantly, how do you become more remarkable, more profitable, and more impactful? Today, I want to talk about the mistakes you're probably making in asking for referrals. You see, asking for referrals, there's a lot more science behind it than just simply going, can you please give me a referral? Sometimes they will, sometimes they won't. But why rely on that sort of luck if you don't need to? So I feel with what we're about to get through here today, it's about being able to ensure that you understand what makes people tick. You see, when you understand what makes people tick, then you can understand how to actually ask for referrals properly. And most of the time, you don't even have to ask for referrals. You just have to do certain things that make someone feel a certain way. You've heard me speak so many times around somebody does things for other people when you evoke a positive emotion with the experience that they have with you, with the interactions that they have with you. So when you think about it, really it boils down to what sort of positive emotions do you create throughout the interactions? See, we're all emotional beings. We're all, as humans, primal animals, really. And therefore, there are certain things that occur. Whether we want them to occur or not, they occur. When you think about who you help, how you help, when you help, it's generally people that you are front of mind of, generally because a person has got a great relationship with you, because they make you feel a particular way, because there's some sort of bond trust there. Like there's certain things that generally are always fairly true when we look at two people doing business with each other. So I want to get into generally some little things that people are doing that shoot themselves in the foot simply because most of the time they're too logical and too analytical in their thinking. Now, that's not a bad thing. Obviously, as a business owner, you need to be logical. You need to be analytical. You need to be that type of personality type. Most business owners are very, let's get to the point. Let's get to where you want to get to. Hey, you're in a DISC personality type. You're generally the D person. Okay, it's very much you're the boss. You want things done a particular way. But that D personality type, that logical, analytical, dot point, let's just hurry up and get it done personality type, unfortunately, doesn't help us in being able to be great at relationship marketing. So then you got the I personality type. That's more of a people person. And it's not about being an extrovert versus being an introvert. What it's about is just understanding as humans, we're all emotional beings. So therefore, something that happens a day ago could be completely different the next day because our emotions go up and down and up and down and up and down. And depending on what else is happening in life, really depends on what's going to take place. And when you know that that's the case, the nice thing is you can also influence that. So let's dive into this. 3 biggest mistakes that you're probably making right now when asking for referrals. The first mistake is that because we're logical, because we're analytical, because we want to get to the outcome as fast as possible, generally, we focus too much on the transaction and not the experience. See, I've just finished saying, as emotional beings, we're going to help people, which we have a bond with. How does a bond occur? Well, that's a feeling. Feeling is an emotion. We're going to help people that generally we know care about us. It's a feeling. So when you actually focus in on the how you make someone feel rather than the transaction, you're probably going to get them to do more things for you. So rather than focus on the transaction, focus on the experience that they can be having with you. Second big thing, it's around not understanding the person who's going to send you this referral, their driver. See, everyone has a driver. Some people's drivers are rewards, financial. You helping my person. You help me grow, I help you grow. Every single person has a different driver that motivates them. See, so many people feel, oh, if I pay you, you'll give me referrals. You can pay me whatever you want. It won't matter. If I don't resonate with you, if I don't respect you, if I don't have a bond with you, if I can't see that you actually care about my world, won't matter. Give me whatever you want. And the people that is important to, I can just guarantee you, they're going to be pretty crappy referral partners and it won't last very long anyway. So what instead you need to focus on is going, okay, so what's going to make this person, what motivates this person? And you can only find that out by your interaction with one another, your communication with one another, the way that you actually build the relationship with each other. I always say the fastest way to be able to build relationships with people is get to a personal level. So don't meet people and ask, what do you do? What's your business? Blah, blah. Like, it's boring. Who cares? The sooner you get to common ground, you both like cycling, you both like surfing, you both like dogs, whatever it is. There will be commonalities that will build your bond, your trust, the relationship between one another so much faster that being able to then understand what motivates them becomes really easy. And then when you can do the things that motivate them, all of a sudden that enhances the level of trust and it takes a relationship to a whole nother level. So the problem tends to be that, again, you think about it from your point of view. Well, I would want this. It doesn't mean that they want that. And most of the time, what you think isn't what they think. So therefore, you have to really understand what motivates them. We say all the time, the more curious you can be in just simply asking questions, understanding what their problem is, what they actually want solved, how they'd like it solved, what it means to them to get it solved, how that would actually help them. But really, the way you go about with your referral partner should be no different to how you go about it with your prospects. But admittedly, most people with their prospects are quite hopeless at being able to actually understand what their prospects' problems and needs are to be able to come up with a solution. So to then take it to a referral partner, maybe we're asking too much. But that's what you have to be able to do. Because if you just make assumptions, because I think I can add great value to you, that's what you want, you're going to end up with very little the majority of the time. And you're going to end up with very little simply because you haven't taken the time to be curious and actually find out what's important to them. So when you think about it, the first one, we had to get out of logical brain. We had to get out of logical, analytical brain, and we had to get into creating emotions and feelings. We had to actually show them that we cared. Then we have to actually understand their driver. The third thing is, and generally this is probably the biggest mistake out of all three, is our communication, our follow-up, the action plan we put in place. We just drop the ball. We get busy. Life gets busy. And as life gets busy, we forget about it. And then we go, oh, I was supposed to do that and I didn't. But rather than being great at communicating and just say, sorry, I just stuffed up, Generally, our ego gets in the way and we just end up doing nothing about it, and the relationship just fizzles out and dies. Be a great communicator. Stuff happens. People know stuff happens. So therefore, just go, hey, you know what? I stuffed up. Really sorry. I'm going to do this to be able to fix it. Because that, again, shows the type of person you are. It shows the type of referral partner you're willing to be. And that's really important. Quite often, and in fact, I'd go probably nearly 100% of the time, people that are getting hardly any referrals is simply because they don't have the right script, or they don't have the right process, or they don't know how to ask. It's actually very little to do with the stepping stones. And it's got so much to do with the behind the scenes and the level of thinking. We talk about from a transaction thinker being a hunter, moving ourselves all the way through to being a transformational thinker, being a farmer. And the farmer plants the seeds, nurtures, waters, the sun comes out, and the crops grow. And the farmer knows to harvest the crop, but not to kill the crop. And it's about being a farmer, being great at being able to nurture the seeds, being great at being able to enhance your relationships, build the bond. So when you think about how to improve you being able to get referrals right now, think about what are you doing in terms of how you make your referral partners feel. Are you just too focused on the end outcome, the transaction? And if so, that needs to change. Okay, the outcome will take place. But I can guarantee that the language you're using and just the overall experience that your referral partners have with you, it's probably a little bit awkward and probably not all that nice. Be great at being a farmer. I get we're hunters. That's what we've been created as in life. That's what our survival brain gives us. But if you want to be great at relationship marketing, if you want to be great at business, which is all about relationships, then you've got to be great at being a farmer. Focus on great communication, on creating action plans and following through the action plans. Because every time you do one little thing well with each other, it builds the bond, it strengthens the bond, it builds the trust. It allows you to do more and more and more and more. Understand what their driver is, what motivates them. And the only way you can do that is by being more curious, by finding out about them, by getting to a personal level, by saying, hey, what could I do right now that might be able to help you? What's important to you right now? And then when you understand that, then you can actually do things to be able to help them achieve that. The more you help someone else achieve their goals, the more they're going to help you achieve yours. So the big mistakes you're making right now probably have nothing to do, as I said, with having the right script, with having the right stepping stones, with having the right process, but it probably has everything to do with the level of thinking. And it's about moving ourselves from being that transaction hunter thinker to be that transformational farmer thinker. Hey, if you're not part of our $1 Million Referral Network, our free Facebook group, pretty easy. All you need to do is pop over to facebook.com/groups/Michael Griffiths. Join us in our $1 Million Referral free Facebook group. The link is also in the show notes wherever you happen to be watching this. And finally, if you haven't done our referral marketing quiz, how great are you at referral marketing? Well, we just simply go, are you a stud or a dud? Find out at michaelgriffiths.com.au/quiz. The link again is in the show notes. And if you're watching this on our socials, it's also in my bio. That's it for this week. Let's focus more on the relationships, the emotional side, the being more curious, and taking our level of thinking from being transactional to being transformational. Till next time, team, take care, and I'll speak to you real soon. See you later.